Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, mothers and fathers, brothers and sisters, aunts and uncles and cousins, of course, and nanas and papas, or abuelos and abuelas, and baseball fans everywhere. Welcome to this edition of the Valley Baseball League podcast. We hope you guys had an amazing Father's Day. We tried to celebrate it in a number of ways. We previewed it back on Tuesday of the week before with a 35 hit game, right, guys? It wasn't runs, I don't think. 35 hits. Do I have that right? Let me ask the crew. I'm just going to jump into this. Did I get the numbers right there, Jordan?
Graham, you had the numbers pretty accurate. And let me say, again, these numbers we're seeing, hits, runs, it's insane. You'd think we're watching some other kind of sport, football, basketball, something.
Yeah, but that was our prelude. That game that took place, which was Charlottesville and I can't remember who they were playing against right off the top of my head. It'll come back to me in a second. That game was actually played on Father's Day. So then fast forward to actual Father's Day, we bring you a no-hitter, then take you to the day after Father's Day. Aaron brings you an amazing interview with the Fullers, who were three generations of a family supporting baseball in the Shenandoah Valley. I mean, to me, that's amazing. Before we kind of delve into the particulars of tonight back in 2019 and get into our Rewind game. Aaron, any kind of visceral reaction to what it was like to talk to the Fullers and just kind of dive into a family that has that much involvement in baseball?
Yeah, it was funny because you just said three generations, but when I was talking to them, they said it's going to end up being four because Ridge's son has been throwing a little baseball around. He said his wife actually is a soccer player, so he's going to have to try to wrangle him into being a baseball player. But, Brett kind of chimed in and said, he doesn't have a choice. Like, this is a baseball family. We're going to be fourth generation baseball guys here. So that was funny. I mean, it's definitely something that runs in the family that they all love. And they all talked about how much they just enjoy sharing that with each other.
Yeah, that's so nice. Well, we hope you enjoyed our tribute to fathers everywhere. It just, part of it's coincidence and part of it was by design. Aaron's suggestion to do that interview on Father's Day. So we hope you have enjoyed the way we have embraced fathers in the Valley. Now it is time to kind of move ahead. And this is a check it out game. I mean, tonight's game is a check it out game. You're going to hear that again and again and again. Jordan, can you explain to everybody why tonight's a check it out game?
Oh, yeah, Graham, I want to just go ahead and tease this. This is a game between two offensive juggernauts. If you have been watching the Valley League and going through all these recaps with us, you'll know the Charlottesville Tom Sox and the Staunton Braves, who you will see tonight, these are two teams that are no strangers to having big offensive games. And the Charlottesville Tom Sox, this is a team that is, at least this year, they have made a name for themselves going in and having almost consistent double-digit games and winning offensively. But then you go and you finally take on Andrew Czech, who arguably is having the best single season of any baseball player this year on offense. Home runs and doubles, those are no shocker for the Staunton fans when he pulls those off. You might see a couple more of those tonight. But the rest of that squad, too, the Staunton Braves, they have been fantastic on offense. Tonight, you are going to see a 20-run game. Again, one of these high offensive, oh my God, here we go again, sort of offensive performances tonight. No shortage of bat power. Graham, we really have a gem for the fans tonight of this one.
Yeah, it's so much fun to do these check it out games. He was hitter of the day back on this day in 2019. And what a powerhouse. Andrew Czech, we're going to talk about again and again throughout the season. But I'm going to save a little tidbit for you when it gets to the playoffs, because there was a Czech factor like that. See what I did? Czech factor. When it got to the playoffs that we're going to dial into, we still got about, 6-7 weeks of games to go. But just remember, I said it here and we're going to discuss it there. But hey, let me show you guys the box score, by the way, from that day and just get your reaction to it. See what you think of this, because, yeah, it was a 20-run game, but they had almost 30 hits. We're back in the 30s again, which cracks me up. As they say, anything can happen in the Valley. Aaron, when you look at this, what jumps out at you? And what's your take on this game back and our game of the night?
Well, you mentioned the hits. Obviously, we see big numbers there with double figures for both, 11 for the Tom Sox, 17 for the Braves. Those two big 6 run innings in the third and the seventh for the Braves. Obviously, that's hard to overcome for any team. What's been interesting throughout this season is Staunton has been on the rise, and they have been getting the bats going, but they've also been pairing it with really good pitching. So while Charlottesville can come in there and blow you out of the water offensively, the Braves are kind of a little more balanced. So we're seeing that fall in their favor tonight.
Yeah, the part that jumps out to me too is just the errors. The Braves managed one of the few teams. If you look at and this was the theme that I remember hearing this, happened with the Winchester Royals. It happens with the Percival Cannons. It's really hard to come back from 4 or 5 errors and win a game. But yet here, the Braves had 5 errors in this game and still managed to walk away with a 14-6 win, which to me is just really incredible. That's a tribute to a really strong team. These two teams are going to meet in the playoffs, and the Czech factor is going to be part of that matchup. But we'll talk about that in about 7 weeks. Hey, George, let's do this. Aaron, what else happened in this in the league back in the day?
Well, first game that I'm going to highlight is not as offensively enticing as the one that we're going to see today. Harrisonburg and Waynesboro, they battled it out. Harrisonburg ended up getting a 3-1 win there, but it was tied into the 7th, 1-1. And Nick Zona, somebody that Jordan brought up a couple podcasts ago, somebody that we're going to be hearing from later this summer in an interview with Jordan, but he had an RBI single, and then he ended up scoring himself on a sac fly. So he alone was able to give Harrisonburg that 3-1 win, breaking that tie in the 7th. But actually, it's a name we've been talking about a lot this summer. It's Jacob Ferris. He was pitching that day, and if anybody's familiar with him, you know how good he's been, how solid he's been. So for Harrisonburg, he went 7 2/3 this game. He had allowed 7 hits, 1 run, no walks, and struck out 9. So he was obviously the pitcher of the day today. It's his 3rd time that he's won that honor, and he currently has a .68 ERA on the season, which is just incredible. I mean, anytime you see a number below 1, I mean, it's so hard to believe that he's doing so well. It's crazy. He's had 29 strikeouts, only walked 3 people in the entirety of his outings, and obviously he's got a 3-0 record on the mound. So he's been doing really well, and he got some help from Jordan's boy Nick Zona there as well. And then Percival and Front Royal, this hitter of the day just did it all for Percival. Jose Aquino, he went 3 of 5. He had 2 runs, 2 doubles. He got his 8th home run of the season and had 4 RBIs to help Percival get the 8-4 win over Front Royal.
Yeah, Jordan, I think this is the time in the podcast, or our little introduction here to the game of the night, that you promo your upcoming podcast with Nick. I didn't say anything about it, so just pretend you didn't hear me. Why don't you explain to everybody what exactly we're talking about?
Yeah, Graham, I'll do that. So the plan right now is to get Harrisonburg Turk stud, as Aaron's been describing him. We're going to get Nick Zona in a future podcast, and really we're going to talk with him about how the Turks have handled the offseason, what he's personally done with the lack of baseball here in the summer, and then just as far as the direction that he's taking to make sure that when the league does return next year for a 2021 season, what he's going to do to stay on top of his game and really get the Turks offense exploding when 2021 comes and we're back to live baseball. Yeah,
I know we're all looking forward to that. There has been some baseball, but it's been a little hit and miss. It looks like they've been kind of having to duck and jive around the coronavirus in different places. Leagues that were scheduled to start had to push it back a little bit, but all right. Hey, man, catch us up on your games from this day back in 2019.
Yeah, sure. And you know what? You know who hasn't been hit and miss this entire season, Graham? That's our good buddy, Mr. John Leonard. And thanks to his 2019 Valley Annual, I can go ahead and look at this game between the Woodstock River Bandits and the Strasburg Express. And there's a couple things that stand out for this game. The first one, in the battle between these two teams, 8 of the 9 starters, they're going to have at least 1 hit in this ball game for the Strasburg Express. That's going to help their team get to a league best 12-5 record on the early season. It's important that we really start paying attention to the records and the standings for some of these ball teams. But there it is. The Strasburg Express have had a phenomenal beginning to their 2020 Rewind season. And then 11 hits, 0 errors in a ball game. That usually is going to get you a win. And in this situation, it happened again. Strasburg is going to best Woodstock in this game 6-3. And then moving on, I have another 6-3 win, and this time it's between the Winchester Royals and the Newmarket Rebels. And in this game, Winchester, they're not quite where Strasburg is, but they were finally able to get back to 500 on the season. And this game is going to help them improve their record to 10-10. Jonas Seegers, good sir, have a day. He goes 3 hits in this game, 3 stolen bases. And meanwhile, second baseman Samuel Frontino, he was walked 4 times on the day. But the finale in this game, the final score rather, we have a Newmarket team besting the Winchester Royals 6-3. Just another crazy day in the Valley League, Rem.
Yeah, that rivalry between the Newmarket Rebels and the Winchester Royals can be a little brutal. I don't remember exactly, but I'm pretty sure that one took place in Winchester. And I remember being there for that one. And, I love Bruce Alger and think the world of him. But I'm always just a little bit happier when it's the Winchester Royals over the Newmarket Rebels. And I realize that he's always just a little bit happier when it's the Newmarket Rebels over the Winchester Royals. But hey, it's, there's so much more to it than just the score. Aaron, it is your turn to tee this one up. You've got an exciting game. It's almost 30 hits, almost 20 runs. I mean, why don't you launch it into left field for us?
I think that because everybody's picked their favorite team so far, Jordan goes for Harrisonburg, and Graham, you're a Royals fan. I need to find a team sometime soon, even though it goes against everything that I've ever done as a journalist to play bias. But I guess that's what we're doing here, guys. So let's play ball, and maybe it'll be one of these teams.
Hey, but before we launch to the game, I just got to share with you a quick podcasting story. That's so heartwarming that you just said that, because let me share with you some stories of my live streamers from last year. We had Austin was with us live streaming last year, and he ended up doing most of the Staunton games and really kind of fell in love with that team. Long story short, I ended up handing off the live streams in Winchester. Ryan took those over, super helpful of him to take those over. Mark Sawyer does the play-by-play in Winchester. He played in that league, he coached that league, and now he's our play-by-play guy. He calls a great baseball game. But I ended up in Woodstock, and I got to be honest with you, it's hard when you start sitting behind the plate and doing these live streams not to fall in love with one of the teams. They just kind of have this kind of magic factor. I'm not going to hold you to it, but Aaron, if you had to pick one of these 11 teams as one that's standing out to you right now, I'm putting you on the spot. You don't have to commit to it, but which one just today, what's your favorite team of the day? How about that?
This is tough because I would have gone with Charlottesville because I spent a lot of time talking to some of their players because of what happened at the end of this season. I don't want to pick the favorite. So maybe I'll go with Staunton since they upset them tonight. I don't know. This is tough, but can we just play ball already because I'm uncomfortable?
Absolutely. We're just going to play ball.
Tonight's game from Showalter. Ground ball to second. Brooklyn up with the throws to first. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the top of the first inning. Center fielder. There's a line drive to left field. First pitch, base hit for Harwood. So the Sox have their first hit of the night. Grounded to third, 1 hop past Story. To second, throws it away. That'll be an error. Runner will move to third. Ground ball up the middle. In center field, that'll be a base hit and an RBI single just out of the reach of McCarty. Misses ball 4 and the bases are loaded. Hard ground ball to Czech. Throws to second for 1. Back to first. Double play and the Braves get out of the inning. 3-6-3 double play. Ground ball up the middle into center field, base hit for Brooklyn. So the ball's hit well right center field into the gap. Extra bases for McCarty. Misses outside. Oh, he called him out. Wow. Ground ball to second. That'll score a run. Good piece of hitting by Adams. And that'll tie the game at 1-1. Ground ball to third. Throw across the diamond in time for the out. That'll end the inning. Grounded into left field through the hole between short and third. A leadoff single. Slider, swing and a miss. Good pitch by Showalter. Ground ball to third. Pastore, second for one. On to first. Double play. Slider, swing and a miss. One away. First action with the Braves. Fly ball hit the center field. Center fielder drifts over toward the gap. Makes the catch for the second out of the inning. Swing and a miss at the breaking ball, and the Braves go down in order. Up the middle, gets past Showalter and into center field for a base hit. Ground ball to the hole at short. McCarty, long throw across the diamond in time. Nice play by Ryan McCarty to get McMullen for that. Fly ball, shallow left field. Worley makes the catch easily for the third out of the inning. No runs. Line to third, off by the third baseman into left field. They play small ball. Instead, hits it to right field. Hits it pretty well. Long run. That's trouble. And it's down into the corner. One run will score. That might be more than one RBI. That one's gone. 3-run homer, Andrew Czech. And the Braves lead at 5-1. That one got out in a hurry over the double wall toward the maintenance shed in right field. The Braves lead at 5-1. Strike three called, and that's the first out of the inning. Ripped down the left field line. That should be extra bases. Pastore rounds first, heads to second. Takes a turn, but he'll stop right there with the double. Little looper, that's going to be a down for a base hit. Pastore will score, and the Braves will lead at 6-1. Pitch called a strike, and there's two away now. Selden strikes out looking. Ground ball, second base. Gets by the second baseman. One run will score, and the Braves lead at 7-1 on a single by Davis. Curveball called strike three, and that'll end the inning. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Showalter. Strike three called on the outside corner, one away. Into the windup. Breaking ball, strike three called, and there's two away. Yes, we might see another breaking ball here from Showalter. See if he comes with the slider. Slider, swing and a miss. Selden will have to make the throw to first, and Showalter strikes out the side in the top of the fourth inning. Off Kent Rooklyn. Fly ball, straightaway center field, fairly deep, should be an easy play. One pitch, one out. Swing and a miss, pitch out of the zone. Two outs now for the Braves. Pitch. Takes it for ball four. Ball's hit well left field, way back. Left fielder on the run. It's over his head. Czech's going to try to score. Here comes a throw home. Won't be in time. RBI double for Adams, and the Braves lead at 8-1. That ball's hit well to center field. Center fielder drifting back right in front of the wall. Pastore squared it up, but flies out for the third out of the inning. The Braves pick up a run on a hit. Strike three called. There's one away. That's four consecutive strikeouts for Showalter. Ground ball to short. Big hop for Ryan. Throw to first. One away. Ground ball towards second. Garza up with it. Flips to first, and there's two away. Grounder to first. Should end the inning. Oh, took a terrible bounce. Hit the lip, and that'll be a tough bounce single for Eli Davis. First pitch to Moore. Hit pretty well. Right center field. Long run for the center fielder. Called off by the right fielder, who makes the catch in the alley for the third out of the inning. Little blooper, center field, Moore on the run. Rooklyn goes out, makes the catch. Kent Rooklyn hauls it in, and there's one away. One pitch, one out. That's line to center, right at Moore. couldn't make the catch. Swing and a miss at the breaking ball, and there's 2 away. Slow roller to third. Pastore up with it, throws in time for the out, 3 away. Nice play by Duncan Pastore. Another retire the Tom Sox in the top of the 6th. No runs on a hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. Slow roller back to the mound. Friedman throws to first, 1 away. Pitch misses inside, ball 4. Braves have a base runner. Checks his swing, and McCarty gets picked off. We've seen this movie before. It ends the same way every time with the Brave getting out on the base pass. Ground ball right side into right field for a base hit. Counts 2-2 according to the man in blue. Swing and a miss, doesn't matter. Strike 3. Braves, no runs on a hit. No errors, a runner left. We'll go to the 7th. He's in line to pick up his first win of the summer. 3-2 pitch, just low, and we have a walk. Mateo. And he hits him. So now 2 runners on, nobody out. Ground ball, base hit into left field. Runner will hold and be the bases loaded and nobody out. And we'll go back to the top of the order. Pitch. Did that hit him or was that a foul ball? Charlottesville's too good a team to let them off the ropes here. Looks like Richardson's going to stay in the game. That's a good sign. There's a base hit to right. That'll score at least 1. They'll hold the runner at third. 8-3 the score. RBI single for Harwood. Nasty. He called him out on the swing, and I'm not sure about that call, but the Braves needed a break, and they got one. Soft liner, throw to first. Double play, and the Braves are out of the inning. Wow. Well, that's Ronnie Brown comes in and does the job. Charlottesville scores 2. Line drive left field, base hit for Pastore. He'll lead it off with a single. Now the stretch. Pastore was picked off, but he steals second. Moves to third on a throwing error. Ground ball into left field, base hit. That's the fact of the infield being in. Got past Ryan, and the Braves lead it 9-3 on the RBI single. Ball 4. 4-pitch walk, and that'll bring up Eli Davis. Pitch in the dirt. Gets away from the catcher. Throw to third. Won't be in time. Runners move up on the wild pitch. He got one, but it was upstairs, and another 4-pitch walk, and the Braves have the bases loaded. Floater to the outfield will get down for a base hit. Station to station for the Braves. That'll score a run, and they lead it 10-3. An RBI single for Moore. Got that off the end of the bat, but taking strike 3. That looked like a pretty good pitch. Line drive left field. Caught, and well, the Braves getting lucky there. Here comes the throw home. The Braves score. They failed to tag up. Charlottesville throws behind the runner at second. The Braves runner at third went back, did tag up, and scored. High fly ball, deep right center field, way back, gone. Another 3-run homer for Andrew Czech. Braves lead it 14-3. 6 RBIs on the night for Czech. Delivers. Good curveball, called strike 3. Strike 3 on the outside corner, 1 away. Strike 3 on the inside corner. Another strikeout for Ronnie Brown. There's 2 away. Breaking ball, called strike 3. That'll end the inning. Brown. Pitch misses away. Pastore draws the walk to lead off the bottom of the 8th. Chopper toward third, gets into the hole. Shortstop Ryan got a glove on it, but that's an infield single for Worley. His 3rd hit of the night. Fly ball, left field. Should be an easy play. One away. Fly ball. Hit shallow right field. Should be playable, and it is for out number 2 from Luke Burton. Runners go. Fly ball right center field. Long run, center fielder caught off. The right fielder makes the catch for the 3rd out of the inning. Braves, no runs on a hit. Well, it's hit pretty well, not as well as I thought. Sounded better than it was. Worley catches it coming in. There's one away, 1 pitch, 1 out. Ooh, lined up the middle, base hit. Almost got a piece of Ron Brown, but ground ball. And that one, Brooklyn didn't play that one the best either. And now the Braves throw it away. Now the runners advance. Runners at 2nd and 3rd, 1 out. The ball's crushed to left. Off the wall, 2 runs will score. A lot of room up the middle. Ball's hit hard to center. It'll be played on a hop. Base hit for Francisco. Runners at the corner. Sets up. He missed his spot, but Pastore throws it away. This is just a sloppy inning by the Braves. This is ridiculous, to be honest with you. The length of the batter. Grounder to short. 5, 6, 4, 3 double play, and that'll end the game. And the Braves win this one 14-6.